This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hendricks Chevrolet, celebrating 75 years in the Valley, and State Center Community College District, covering Fresno, Reedley, Oakhurst, Madera, and Clovis. Thank you for your support.
Stadium in central Fresno. This is North Yosemite League football on CMAC. Tonight's matchup, the hosts, the McLane Highlanders, and the visiting Hoover High School Patriots. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan Taylor, joined by the coach, Fred Clark. And tonight, Fred, final game of the regular season. Interesting matchup. McLane going to be a 500 team, and Hoover High, well, they've had their struggles this season.
Yeah, Hoover's 1-8. They only beat the winless Sanger West Hornets. McLane's 4-5, looking to go into the playoffs with a win tonight. Should be an interesting game if last year can be any indication.
Well, the ball's on a tee down on the artificial turf. We're ready to kick this one off. Thanks for joining us for North Yosemite League football here on CMAC. Hoover High won the toss. They elected to kick off, ball going out of bounds at the McLane 35-yard line. And after they add a few yards for the penalty, the Highlanders will go first on offense tonight.
Well, Dan, McLane, they've lost. They got beat last week by the league champion Sunnyside, but they showed some fire. They played hard the whole way. And Hoover's just trying to, finish this up on a positive note. They were 0-10 last season, that 1-8 right now, and the program is struggling. And last year when they played the Highlanders on this field on the last game, they had many chances to close the game out. They let it slip away, and I'm sure they would like to close the door tonight if they get that opportunity.
Both schools have just about filled their respective sides of the stadium. Quite a lot of enthusiasm tonight. It's senior night for the Highlanders, and they had big festivities prior to kickoff honoring seniors, not just on the football team, but on the band and cheer squads, their parents and all on the field to celebrate the night. First play, they keep it on the ground. They pick up, about 11 yards. It looked like they've crossed the first down marker, and they've moved the football into Hoover High territory.
That was Singsland with the ball and squared up, got off tackle. Good run, good way to start the game inside of Patriot territory at the 49.
Well, McLane has been very effective running the football this season. It's that balance that you want to keep the defense honest, and that's been a little bit of a difficulty for them.
Yes.
So first down from the Hoover 49-yard line. Noah Zamora, the quarterback for the Highlanders. Patriots showing blitz. And they go right off right tackle and pick up a good 6 yards on the first play.
And so far, the Highlanders' offensive line has really gotten a good jump. The Patriots seem a little bit unsteady, not quite sure what to do yet.
Picks up half the distance, needed for the first. 2nd and 5.
So they say the gain was 5 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 5 from the Patriots' 44-yard line. Zamora fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself. Got maybe a yard at best, depending upon the spot, could be 2.
Patriots did a good job defensing that. That didn't fool anyone. I just wondered the way the play developed, if it was a broken play or not. It looked like Zamora was a little confused when he came out of that.
So for the first time tonight, a team facing a third down situation. 3rd and 4 with the ball at the 43. They need to get to the Hoover 39 to gain another 4 plays. Receiver in motion. Newhouse gives it to the back. He's got the first down and then some.
Singsland, again, he gets low to the ground, and right before contact, you can see how he really tightens up, anticipating running over somebody. I didn't point out the temperature at game time was 65 degrees, and I approximate the wind at being about 4 knots out of the northwest.
Very impressed with your weather skills. So another first down of the Highlanders football at a 36-yard running effectively against the Patriots. Newhouse in once down to the 25-yard line.
Would
as there is
needed.
Pressure, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. We've got a penalty flag in the backfield. Tipped away by the defensive back, incomplete. But let's see what the penalty call will be.
The guess would be a hold.
Usually is in those situations.
Decline it. He's declining it.
That is holding on Hoover, and this gives us the opportunity to identify Angelo Pointer, the referee that just made the call. The umpire is Clayton Williams. Head linesman is Carl Workentine. The line judge is Brett Luna. The back judge is Richard Viscarando.
Patriots are going to take a timeout. Big fourth down, fourth and 13 coming up. And they want to talk this one over, which would indicate.
Looked like they only had 10 men on the field.
Ah, there we go.
And you seldom want to burn a timeout right before punting the ball. There's a lot of times you don't want to burn a timeout. That's in the top 5.
So indeed, the Patriots used the first of their 3 timeouts here in the first half. And especially 10 weeks into the season, players need to know their assignments.
Exactly. Okay, we've got 11 men out there now.
So the officials trying to get the Highlanders back out onto the field. They wrap up their huddle. And the Patriots will be booting this football away. Their quarterback, Darian Garcia, also doubling as the punter. And that's always a dangerous thing for a defense.
Yes, it is. McLane should be well coached in that.
Punt's going to come down at the 40-yard line. It'll take a Hoover bounce, and it'll be downed at the McLane 35. So, Patriots have to boot it away without getting any points on their first drive of the night. And here come the Highlanders to see if they can add to their 6-0 lead.
Well, Dan, because I'm an up person and a perennial optimist, Hoover's possession, it was most important that they did not go 3 and out. They got 1 first down. When the other team scores on you, then you go 3 and out on the next possession. That can really establish some slow momentum. And the Patriots got 1 first down, so they do have something to build on. We'll see if they can make some defensive stands now.
Patriots now on defense. McLane with the football. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. They're going to keep it on the ground. Big break through right tackle. And Desir Newhouse.
Handoff from Noah Zamora to Desir Newhouse.
And Newhouse looked like he lost his balance. He may have got tripped up, but he was able just to keep his balance and go forward for 9 yards. Looks like he may have been down by about 3 or 4. That was some nice balance on that.
So a 9-yard pickup brings up 2nd down and 1 for the Highlanders. as they have been tremendously effective on the ground thus far tonight. Patriots showing blitz. Zamora going to the air. Caught at the 22-yard line. Penalty flag flies. It sure was looking like pass interference there.
Yes, it did. But
comes the call.
Number 6 on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
yeah, Dan, you got that one right. And some of the time with pass interference, your jersey's getting grabbed and you push off and you get called for the push off instead of the initial interference. Thought that may have been what they were going to call there.
So the ball spotted at the Hoover 32-yard line. A big first down for the Highlanders. Hoover showing blitz once again, and this time it works. They're able to stop the play for a loss of about 4 yards.
Newhouse is quickly tackled on the carry. Burnett Bryant, first of the Patriot tackles. Loss of yardage on the play, 2nd and 13.
That was the Patriots' best penetration there. Yeah, McLane's band over there having a light show for us.
Yeah, fun. Very, very fun. Very good. Up under center. A little bit of play action. Rolling to his right. Zamora has the receiver in and out of the hands of Ty McMillan.
Hit McMillan right on the numbers.
And he holds that one in, and he's got plenty of room to run as well.
Yeah, he was... if he wasn't going to get a touchdown, he was going to get real close to it.
So third down now.
Top of the 7th inning, the Phillies and the Astros tied at 5.
3rd and 13, football resting on the 35-yard line. There you see one more look, and kind of play that young man has got to learn to shake off because they could come right back to him, and they'll need his concentration. Patriots creeping up.
Short blitz.
And very effectively, they toss over it, and that's Newhouse. Gets the ball inside the 30-yard line, but he'll be short of the first down marker.
And it looked like he was going to have a little bit more room when he was able to bring that ball down. Brings up a 4th down for the Highlanders inside the 30.
Patriot tackles commandeered by Elijah Dash, making the stop.
4th and 7, and they're going for it.
These games are just total chess matches. You know, when a team starts showing bliss and has a little bit of success, well, quick screen passes and draws can counteract that real quick.
Zamora up under center. Last time he did this, they went into play action, and he does it again, but goes to the opposite side. Loses the handle on the football, and he's brought down. Patriots actually recover the fumble.
That was a disaster for the Highlanders. They lose 12 yards and give the ball up, and the Patriots are fired up.
So the Patriots will take over the football at their own 40-yard line.
The one Patriot I could identify his number that came up with that fumble, and his number is not on our roster. So I don't understand this. Well, I'm going to get some clarification at halftime. The ball was launched about the 40-yard line, and in high school, it's not a spot penalty.
Here's another look.
Okay. Okay, now they're moving it back again. Now a spot penalty would have put the ball at the 45-yard line.
And they are placing the football at the 44-yard line.
Well, no, it's at the 25.
Oh, correction. Yeah, you're right. The 25-yard line.
Now, Coach Pancotti wants to discuss it, and the officials don't want to seem to have any discussion on this.
Now they're marching things back.
Yeah, this isn't the NFL here.
Here comes the explanation.
I say Hoover, you say Pitts. Hoover, 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 Hoover.
And the line of scrimmage was at the 40-yard line on this.
Correct.
Well, at least they're close to getting it right here.
What they're trying to do is to get the chain crew to set up where they were before the play began, and it was the 40-yard line. You're right.
Now, if Angelo Pointer would call on my cell phone right now, we could set him straight.
Well, the McLane assistant coaches up here in the booth to our left are trying vehemently to do that. You can probably hear them.
Yeah, well, I agree with him. The ball should be at the 45.
Well, on the scoreboard, it shows that the 40, the Hoover 40, was the previous line of scrimmage. So a 15-yard penalty would put it at the McLane 45-yard line.
Use downs from the 40 of McLane.
Well, the officials have put the football at the McLane 40-yard line, where Hoover has it, 1st and 10. Overthrowing the receiver, incomplete. Darian Garcia's toss just high.
Darian Garcia.
A little bit too much wind underneath that.
Pass ball's incomplete. 2nd down.
Difficult pass for a quarterback, rolling to his weak side. Trying to reach back and throw.
Well, Dan, in some of Hoover's games, they haven't been totally anemic on offense, just giving up so many points. They've been able to score, except in a few games.
Under pressure. Ball's on the ground. Everybody's diving for it. Looks as though the Patriots came up with it. But it's going to be a 5-yard loss. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 15.
The Patriots dodged a bullet on that. That could have looked like about a 20-yard loss, but they were able to get it back up a little bit and retain possession.
Student section, looking in your direction. Make some noise. It's third down.
I think that's going to be the last play of the quarter to the Patriots. I think they're going to let it run out and try and draw one up here.
Several of the Patriot players, as you see, have come over to the sideline, and they're letting the clock run down. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that concludes the first quarter of play.
That takes us to the end.
So the rest of the Patriot players on offense will join their teammates, talking to the coaching staff. Highlanders will do the same. 1 quarter in the books, McLane up 6-0, and the Highlander rushing game has been very impressive thus far.
Yes, it has, and when they get the ball back, I would think they would be trying to go back to that a little bit more. That was successful on the first drive. Dan, you and I were theorizing what the tables and tents and such were at the west end zone. There was nobody there at the JV game and between games, and now it seems to be filling up. I'm guessing food might be involved.
I'm guessing parents of the seniors, senior night festivities. As you see the crowd on the opposite side, on the McLane side, they've got a terrific turnout tonight for senior night. Final regular season game. Playoffs will begin next week. I'm sure it'll be an interesting weekend of seating meetings and anxiety among coaches.
Oh, those seating meetings are tense. Tomorrow morning, I think at 9 o'clock down in Porterville is where those will take place.
Patriots send 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Rolling out, looking for someone, and he he did overthrow his receiver. So Garcia's had a tough time when that play call sends him to his left, trying to reach back and throw. Difficult throw.
His deep men were covered, and he did have a man open. I don't think he was going to get first down yardage, but he was going to get half of it anyway.
And 4th and 15. Now the Patriots will send their punt unit onto the field, and the offensive unit comes off. As Darian Garcia, the quarterback, is deep.
Got to get somebody off the field here.
Darian Garcia onto punt.
Okay, they got 11 now. There was some confusion. They're going to have to get the punt off here. They're cutting it kind of close.
Highlanders have Desir Newhouse deep. He'll set up at about his 15-yard line. Punt going right to him, and it's going to take a McLane, initially a McLane bounce and then a Hoover bounce to about the 5-yard line, where they will down the football.
Newhouse did a good job getting out of the way. It looked for a second like he entertained thoughts of picking it up and trying to make something happen.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to replicate Marcellus Armstrong from back in the day. Terrific McLane returner, also a standout at Fresno State.
Yeah, Armstrong, I think he led the Valley in rushing on a team that won 2 games. Right after Chuck Toasty left McLane, they went down a little bit.
So the Highlanders at a tough spot, 1st and 10 from their 5-yard line. Noah Zamora calling signals from the end zone. They keep it on the ground, and they've been very successful doing that, and they'll get maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, there was a hole. It opened and it closed real quick.
Yeah, it did very quickly. Zamora coming back in with a play call.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Since their first couple of drives that had been largely on the run, this is Newhouse. He's got the first down, still on his feet, wrestled out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
I think the Patriots were expecting another run between the tackles. They were really dug in.
That's the 3rd time they've given the football to Newhouse when he goes in motion, and he's had success now on 2 of those runs. So 1st and 10 now for the Highlanders. Newhouse in motion, penalty flag.
Had some movement on the Highlander line.
And they're going to erase a little bit of that gain. Move the football back to about the 14-yard line.
No ram. No ram.
False start on number 77. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
And moves them slightly back. 1st and 15 from the 14.
Quick out. Newhouse bobbles it, now trying to get away from a couple of defenders, and he's not able to do so.
Yeah, that was a face mask tackle here, Dan, and the officials missed out on that one. I don't know how. Saw that all the way up here. It was one of those, the tackle was not made by the face mask, but it helped out. Oh, and lost even more yardage for the Highlanders.
So it's 2nd down and 19. Highlanders have to get the ball up to about their 30-yard line for a first down. Zamora on the delayed draw. Doesn't get much at all.
Highlanders did a good job expecting that. Patriots, pardon me.
Pearson Central in with the carry. Getting with 1 on the play, brings up a 3rd and long for your Highlander offense.
Hoovers bringing an extra DB.
Big 3rd down play for the Highlanders. 3rd and about 18. Football on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Hoover's definitely going to give up a short gain. They just don't want to give up anything deep. They don't want to give up first down yardage.
Patriots playing soft in the secondary. Zamora now flushed from the pocket. He's going to run, gets a block, gets it up to about the 15-yard line, but no more.
A little bit of breathing room.
So one would expect them to punt the football away to the Patriots.
That was good pursuit by the Highlanders too, or the Patriots, because they were playing soft. They didn't want to give up the first down, and that was a chance there. Zamora's a shifty runner. Hoover did a good job on that, and they're going to have the ball in good field position.
Freddie Lamas deep in to receive this punt. He sets up at about the Hoover 39-yard line. Ball will bounce around midfield. And it's going to be down at the Hoover 48-yard line.
And a decent punt by McLane, and the Patriots have the ball at the 48-yard line. Real good field position.
Some of their best of the night thus far. 7:43 remaining here in the second quarter. McLane took their opening drive in for a touchdown. They're on top 6-0 over the Patriots.
After that opening drive, the Highlanders have not got much going offensively.
Well, Hoover's clearly made adjustments to stop their run game.
Over at San Joaquin Memorial, Memorial's got a 7-0 lead over at Sanger late in the first quarter. And Bullard leads Edison 6-3 out at Sunnyside.
And one will certainly be watching tonight, the Torres-Madera South game from up in Madera. That's got second place written all over it. Darian Berry, the Hoover quarterback, big gain of about 12, 13 yards as he brings it up across the 40-yard line of the Highlanders. They'll spot him at the 38.
And by the time McLane realized what was happening over there, he already had 8 yards to that. By the time they headed it off, he was able to get a nice gain. Good job by Garcia.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the McLane 38-yard line.
Yeah, I mentioned that game in Madera. Both those teams are 6-3. If the Stallions win that game, that'll be Matt Johnson's best season so far up at Madera South.
Terrific. In motion, takes the handoff.
Good head of steam and good surge forward by the Patriot defensive line.
They host the Highlanders making the tackle.
Little gust of wind came up and blew something away, and neither one of us
Took
seemed
my
to know what
rosters.
it was. At my feet. There we go.
Kevin Moultrie, the running back, on that last play. Terrific pass down inside the 15-yard line, brought down at about the 10-yard line.
Nice setup there by the Patriots. And was that Moultrie bringing that ball down? Just a sophomore.
Regional students, elementary and middle school, please direct yourselves at this time towards the McLane football tunnel. Once again, regional students, elementary and middle school, make your way to the Highlanders football tunnel. Thank you.
Now it's Hoover keeping the football on the ground, moving the pile inside the 5-yard line.
They carried that about 6 yards after contact.
Taking Highlander tacklers with them.
Now they got all the way down to the 2-yard line on that, Dan.
Patriots made a quarterback change.
Ball is at the 3, second down.
This is now Pete Garcia at quarterback.
Full house backfield.
Garcia with a keeper. He's got plenty of running room, and he hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, and he's in for the touchdown, and we're tied.
Yeah, that was a good hit right outside of the end zone, and he just was able to roll off of it.
In for the 3-yard touchdown run.
So Pete Garcia with the keeper. And it appears Hoover's going to go for 2. Darian Garcia back in at quarterback for the Patriots. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. It's complete, and the Patriots have the lead.
Dan, that worked out real well for the Patriots, but I've rarely seen where a team will go for 2 after just tying the game up. I'm not well versed on the Patriots kicking game.
Well, we've talked during the season. It's surprising that we don't see strong kickers like we have in years past. Many of the teams opting to go for 2, and when they do kick, the kicking games are fairly iffy, and that's surprising.
And it surprises me because a good kicking game makes such a big difference on kickoffs, and when you get to a point when you're down by 2 points late in the game, and if you have a guy that can kick the ball inside 35 or 40 yards, it's just a huge help, and I do not know why this is not emphasized more. But those of you that have listened to me rant about this for years, this comes as no surprise.
Back deep to receive the kickoff from Garcia.
So the Patriots on the 2-point conversion with an 8-6 lead here in the second quarter. And that ball's going to go out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Travels out of bounds, flag on the play.
And Dan, the Patriots getting a lead like this well into the second period, this has got to be such a momentum boost, because when McLane got the opening kickoff and just took it right down and scored with really little opposition, it was like, okay, this does not look good at all for the Patriots, and here they are with the lead.
They've made adjustments. They've stopped the inside run game very effectively. McLane has had to put men in motion and give them the football to run around the edge and try to soften that Hoover defense to no avail. So we'll see what the Highlanders can do here. High snap, loose football, and it's blown dead.
We heard a whistle up here, but I don't know if it was heard down on the field or not. Yeah, it's coming back.
I think the player was stopped. May have even been down when the football came loose. But the Patriots have once again shown they've made very effective adjustments on defense.
That was an unusual play. I thought, I definitely heard a whistle.
I did too.
I think what McLane was looking at.
Well, there's some confusion here because they've, on the far sideline, put a 1 back on the marker.
That also creates confusion up here.
Give going to Newhouse, the man in motion, trying to get around end. Nothing doing. 4 Patriots ride him out of bounds.
Good read there by the Patriots. They were able to get outside and close that real quick.
You know, it's almost as if they whistled the play dead on that first play. And that's why we get a repeat first down.
That could be.
So scoreboard is showing third down, but the sideline marker showing second down. We're going to go with the sideline marker since he's right next to an official.
Yeah, that also is confusing. Now they got it at third down.
Okay.
All is right in the world.
3rd and 10 for the Highlanders. Zamora barking out his signals.
McLean's going to take a timeout.
And there is some frustration because the Highlanders were not all on the same page.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion on that side of the line.
So 3:50 to go until halftime. Hoover has just taken an 8-6 lead on McLean. The Highlanders having scored on their very first possession of the night. Patriots have just come back after fielding that punt and putting a short drive together. And we're now looking at a 3rd and 10 for McLean.
Coming out of the huddle, the Highlanders still look a little bit out of sync here.
There were some frustrated players when that timeout was called. And they're going to resume their huddle.
Back to second down again here.
Officials on the near sideline talking to the Hoover coaches, trying to explain the situation.
Okay, I think you're correct. I think they probably ruled that a no play.
The first play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you once again to Mr. Kevin Clifton. And the
I don't think I've ever seen that before either. An inadvertent whistle, they usually don't have a do-over.
So it's second down and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Highlanders.
Second down.
Patriots showing blitz. Here they come. Screen is the counter up near the 40-yard line and a first down.
That's Sing Sulin again. We haven't seen him in a while.
But he was very effective early and effective there with a first down for the Highlanders as they get the football up to the 46-yard line.
It took a long time for the ball to get from the quarterback to the receiver. It was only about a 5-yard toss, just a little loop.
But that's the way you counter the blitz.
Yeah.
You either throw to the side they're blitzing from or just throw right over the blitz.
Or have a one-step quarterback draw.
Very true. And Sule gets the ball once again. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard. We'll see how they spot it.
And he about had his helmet and his shoulder pads all taken off in one grab.
Well, the way Hoover's rushing, it's time for play action. Something to freeze that rush.
Mm-hmm. Seen several games where teams would just be so effective in the blitz, and as I said, just a little screen or an out pass or a short quarterback draw, and that makes them honest real quick.
Quick out pass. Newhouse darting, dodging, may have picked up a yard, perhaps two. Probably ran 20.
Sure did. One out in, jigged a little bit.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd down and 8.
They give him 2, makes it 3rd and 8 for the Highlanders. Mentioned this a few weeks ago, but one of the best pump fake and play action quarterbacks I ever saw at the high school level was Sergio Toscano at Roosevelt High.
Yeah.
He was terrific. It started prior to Jeff Tedford at Fresno State. Did a really nice job out there. With the fake. He's got his man. Going to be a couple of yards shy of a first down. Gustavo Castaneda
That was some good stout tackling by the Patriots. It looked like he was going to have first down yardage, and once there was contact made, two men came in and just shut that down.
About 1:10 left in the half. Urgency on the part of the Highlanders as they would like to push this one downfield and try to get some more points before this half ends. 4th and 2, and they're going for it.
I would have taken their time on this one just in case they didn't. You don't want to give the Pates much time.
Newhouse in motion. They give it to Sing Sule. He's up very close to the marker. I think he's got the first down.
Yeah, his initial burst got him the first down.
Some of the Patriots celebrating as they came out of the scrum. But that is going to indeed be a first down. 42 seconds left on the clock.
The Highlanders took a timeout.
We're at that point where the band is in the end zone, getting ready for halftime. That always tells you don't have much time left on the clock to try and punch something in.
It appears the band has some sort of a click because half the band is in the west end zone and the other part of the band is in the east end zone. I hope it's nothing serious.
Two teams around their coaches. As the Highlanders would like nothing more than to regain this lead going into the locker room at halftime. Hoover would like nothing more than to preserve the lead that they have built here. It's an 8-6 Hoover advantage. 42 seconds left in the half.
These into the half momentum shifts now. If McLane scores here, the momentum's back on their side. If the Patriots can hold them off, they've got the ball starting the second half, and they will have a lead at halftime, which, with the exception of the Sanger West game, they haven't had all season.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders.
Ball on the 43, 1st and 10 for your Highlanders.
Zamora going up top. He's got a receiver. Ball falls short. Looked like some jersey tugging, but we don't see any penalty flags.
Zamora looking for Stewart.
I think what we may have had is the ball was quite a ways away.
Yes.
That's what I...
An uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 10 with 37 seconds left. Plenty of time. Zamora throwing the football. Caught. 20-yard line, ridden out of bounds at about the 17. Big gain for the Highlanders. Zamir Newhouse, the receiver.
McLane Highlanders. First down.
30 ticks left on the clock.
I think the Highlanders have one timeout left. Am I correct, Dan?
They have one. Hoover has two.
McLane is inside of the red zone. Ball at the 17.
Ball at the 16-yard line. Highlanders are going to take a timeout. Some confusion on the play call there.
Yeah, they had taken a timeout and the clock kept running. I think they had after the first down. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was bad clock management by the Highlanders or inattention by the officials.
13 seconds have run down off the clock. Just 17 ticks left here in the first half. McLane trying to wrap up the half by putting some points on the board. Patriot defense on the field. There you see the Highlanders break the huddle over on the far sideline around their coaching staff.
So picking up from where we left off.
17 seconds remaining in the half.
With no timeouts left, and the Highlanders cannot take a sack. They've got to be in the end zone or get out of bounds.
High snap to Zamora. Quick toss into the end zone. Intercepted by the Patriots. And the defensive back falls down at the 1-yard line.
And that will give the Patriots just a big momentum lift going into the half.
8-6 Hoover our score. The Patriots have just intercepted the ball in the end zone.
And Dan, they're fired up here on the sidelines.
Indeed they are.
Gets it to about the 2.
So the ball is placed at about the 1-yard line.
We'll get started.
11 seconds left of the half. Now Fred, the safety here, could tie it up.
I hadn't considered that.
So if you're McLane, do you bring the house?
Bring the house, and the Patriots just need to get out to the just inside the red and not do anything really stupid.
Well, the Patriots elect to take a timeout.
Good.
They want to
talk this over.
They want to have a little bit more discussion about it. So a tough break for the Highlanders, having the pass intercepted in the end zone. Zamora threw into double coverage. That was a tough pass. And the Patriots
you have to put
get a big break.
Yeah, you have to put yourself in a position when if you're not going to catch a pass, it needs to go out of bounds or out of the end zone. You just don't want something like that to happen.
What was it last weekend, a Weber State game? There were 4 punts in which the snap went over the punter's head for a safety. First time in college football history. 4 safeties on bad punt snaps.
That was Weber.
Yep.
Who are they playing?
Montana State, I believe.
Okay.
Patriots running the football. Where Sean Chambers is the quarterback now. The former
from Montana State. Former
Kermit High
quarterback in
Wyoming. That's going to end the first half of play. So the Patriots just run the clock out, and they're going to move over to their meeting area. So they got an 8-6 lead over the McLane Highlanders here in the final regular season game of the 2022 season.
The McLane Eye in the Sky brain trust up here to our left left the press box, and they are not happy campers.
Did not appear to be. You're right. So halftime is upon us here at McLane Stadium. 8-6 Hoover our score. And we're going to tell you more about some of the great things happening at CMAC and be back for plenty of additional football action in another 15 minutes.
What I love about CMAC is that they provide me with the knowledge,
the equipment,
the space
to express myself,
to amplify my voice,
to share my story.
My story.
My story. Go to cmac.tv/mystory to learn more.
Fresno is building newer, safer bike lanes across the city. These protected cycle tracks provide a physical barrier between the bike lane and motor vehicle traffic, creating a safer cycling zone. These cycle tracks will instill confidence in riders, yet everyone on the road is still required to obey all traffic laws. Cyclists should still ride responsibly and exercise caution when riding in the protected lanes. For motorists, this means that the roads you've been driving on may be changing. Be on the lookout for new parking, driveway, and intersection changes. For residents and tenants on these changing roads, be aware that mail, trash, and parking locations may move as well. Fresno is excited to provide diverse transportation options to our residents. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
What if I told you there was one word commonly used to dehumanize Native American women, and that Webster's dictionary defines this word as offensive and outdated? What if I told you an entire town was named after this word? That word is squaw. My name is Roman Raintree, and I'm a member of the Dunlap Band of Mono Indians and Choinumni people. My mother, Gina Charlie, is my inspiration for working to rename our community. When we use language that degrades and dehumanizes people, it sends the message that their lives are not worth protecting. According to the National Congress of American Indian Policy Research Center, nearly half of Native American women report having experienced sexual violence, and over 1/3 will be raped in their lifetimes. In California, cases of missing and murdered indigenous women are among the highest in the nation. Our towns and landmarks should be named after things and people we honor and celebrate. The routine use of an offensive slur is contrary to our shared values. Please join us and amplify our call to respect our community and end the use of this derogatory term for geographic naming. To learn more, visit the website below. Thank you.
One of the key goals of the project, Clean Shared Mobility Network, is to try and provide benefits to disadvantaged communities. In Fresno, that's Southwest, so that's our project area. We have a network of charging stations that we're installing throughout the disadvantaged communities. To date, so far, most of them have gone into Fresno Housing Authority sites, and we still are evaluating other sites, and we're getting recommendations and suggestions on where to site future charging stations. There's the car sharing. That program, it allows people, it's based on an app, and it allows people to basically rent a car for short periods of time. And those are typically people that don't even have a car. They're all electric, so that helps with the environment. The bike sharing works in a similar fashion where you have an app and you can rent the bikes. The battery here is swappable. It allows us to station the bikes anywhere. The bike, as well as all of the equipment, is GPS and geocoded, so we know where the bikes are at. We're going to stagger the deployment. We're not putting all 200 bikes out at once, especially in the beginning. Then we have an electric medical van that are ADA compliant, and so they can transport to medical facilities. It's a 5-year project. The step that we're at now is deploying the vehicles. We plan on doing that this fall. So once we've deployed the vehicles, then we go through a process of dynamic review. So we'll see where they're being used and not used so that we can relocate the vehicles where they're most efficient. What's really unique is how we've combined car sharing, bike sharing, van pool, all into one program. That's pretty much what's unique about our project.
Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know either, but now they can cross in any direction at pedestrian scrambles. Pedestrian scrambles are intersections that allow pedestrians to cross in every direction, including diagonally. These intersections make this possible by having an exclusive pedestrian phase in the traffic lights. To use a scramble as a pedestrian, press the walk button when you arrive at an intersection and wait for the current green light cycle to complete. When the walk signal lights up, cross in any direction of the intersection. Drivers and cyclists should continue to focus on traffic signals and only proceed when the traffic lights are green. Sharing the road is easy. Learn more at fresno.gov/BPAC.
Hey there, I'm Mark Jackson.
And I'm BJ Yabisu. And we're from the Pie Shop.
Take a bite. No, not that kind of pie. A product incubator.
Whether you are a fledgling inventor or an existing company, the Pie Shop can help you incubate your business.
Tired of tinkering in your garage on your idea?
Make the Pie Shop your shop.
We offer mentorship, workshops, events, services, and dedicated and shared office spaces.
We have 8,000 square feet of shop space filled with 3D printers and other tools to help you develop your prototype.
And our partner, Blue Dolphin Engineering, a company that has 20 years of experience in prototypes and inventions, is right next door.
A nonprofit, we're located in downtown Fresno at 1755 Broadway Street at the Peerless Building.
The Pie Shop is open during normal business hours.
For more information, visit us at thepieshop.org.
Or give us a call at 559-481-5004.
In Southwest Fresno, it's just been this barren land forever. And trees are a representation that not only life is becoming involved into that particular area, but that there's a sense of care for people in that area. Now, the object itself may be small as a tree or as a small seed, but the symbolism of what it is, it's huge, because if you water that seed and if you water that tree, it grows into something that's huge.
All total, this project planted over 405 trees in Southwest Fresno, and it's just really made a lot of improvement in the area. This was part of the Southwest Urban Expansion Project as part of the TCC grant. You know, it was just specifically identified for this region that's underserved, some of the poorest air quality in the area. It really benefits the residents here, but it also benefits the businesses in the area. It benefits the air quality. So it's really a regional benefit, more so than just right here on this particular street. We're reconstructing the irrigation to modern irrigation systems that are drought tolerant. We're making sure that we're planting the correct tree in the correct place and the trees that are going to thrive in this environment.
All right, we're going to put a little dirt in.
It may seem small to others, but it's huge because of what it represents. It represents new beginning, a new beginning that one day will become a life change for so many people, especially in an area that's disenfranchised. There's transformation that's happening, and it's happening because of projects like this. So we're grateful for it. We can't wait to finally have some Kool-Aid under the shade.
You may have noticed new traffic signals on the road. These are pedestrian-activated signals, or HAWKs. These signals make it safer for pedestrians to cross busy streets. How are HAWKs different from conventional traffic signals? These are found in locations where children are likely to cross the street.
Hey, that's all that matters.
gentlemen, give it up for our McLane Highlander Marching Band! Now, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, give it up for our Revolution Pole performance from our McLane and Hoover cheer teams. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our Revolution Pro performance from your very own McLane and Hoover cheer teams! Thank you to all the regional schools that were here. Thank you for all the performances. Enjoy the second half. Thank you, Profe Teran, for taking us through the halftime.
Hi, everybody. This is Sarah.
And that's T, and we're Pedal Junkies.
And we're here to tell you all about Fresno County Bicycle Coalition.
The Fresno County Bicycle Coalition is an organization that promotes safe bicycling for everyday transportation and recreation in Fresno County. We do this by providing community events that promote safe cycling. We offer smart cycling classes, community rides, and bicycle advocacy all over the county of Fresno.
Want to know more about Fresno County Bicycle Coalition? Go to fresnobike.org and check it all out. See you in traffic.
Learn how to make videos at CMAC. Get more info at cmac.tv.
You are what you litter. Coffee cups, cigarette butts, food wrappers, soda cans. Litterheads are a major problem. But we all have a choice. Don't be a litterhead. One vision, one mission, one Fresno.
Together, we can beautify Fresno. Find out how at beautifyfresno.org.
What I love about CMAC is that they provide me with the knowledge,
the equipment, the space to express myself,
to amplify my voice,
to share my story. My story.
My story. Go to cmac.tv/mystory to learn more.
A community garden, it brings so much more than we even envisioned that it would bring. This is the Yosemite Village Community Garden and Urban Farm Incubator Program. This front part of the garden is the community garden. So there are spaces that community members can come out and check out for them to grow food for their own families. If they need coaching or they need help on what to plant in season or get access to seeds, we also help them do that. The other half of the property in the back, we have a farm incubator program where we work with farmers to give them a ½ acre of land so that they can start developing their own business plans. They can start farming and getting used to like farming at a little bit larger scale. Our farmer Miguel has been working in farm work labor for over 10 years, and he had not had the opportunity to start his own business or to get the opportunity to manage his own operation. But he really has a passion for agriculture, and so that this is what he hopes to be doing full time.
You guys want to go for a walk?
We also go into the classrooms and teach in the classrooms, and then also bring kids from schools to the garden to learn here. We have volunteer days every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if someone wants to start gardening and they don't feel like they know how to do it, or they're not comfortable with getting a garden space yet, but they want to learn, they can always come and join us during those times. Or if you're a future farmer looking for some space.
Welcome back to McLane Stadium, where the host Highlanders trail the Hoover Patriots 8-6 here in the opening of the second half of play. Ball's on the tee. We're ready to kick it off. Highlanders kick it off. Hoover will begin possession in the second half. And they start with your favorite. Ball on the ground. Something crazy to make wild things happen.
I would have liked it to go a little bit more up the middle with a few little small bounces to it. But this is all right. I like it much better than the pooch kick.
Well, tonight's rivalry night up and down the valley. They call this the Revolution Bowl, the rivalry between Hoover and McLane. We've got some good games going up and down the valley, Fred.
Yeah, Sager's making Memorial sweat a little bit just up the road at Memorial. Memorial leads 28-14 at halftime, but this is the first time that Memorial's been challenged in several weeks. But I think they just have a little bit too much more firepower, and out at Central, Clovis North has a surprising 28-21 lead on Central there in the fourth quarter. Back to the game.
Patriots keeping it on the ground. They pick up about 5 to start the second half.
The Patriots closed that first half. That interception was just a really good momentum builder for the Patriots, because, hey, when you come in 1-8, you're looking for something, and they made it. They've got a few breaks, and they're taking advantage of them right now. McLane seems to be a little bit on their heels and confused.
Second out and 5 for the Patriots. Continue. They've got the first down. They push it up over the 45-yard line.
And Dan, in a game like this, a team that's been down for as long as the Patriots, they have a lead right now, and McLane just doesn't seem to be in sync, and Hoover's capitalizing on that. It's building their momentum, and the Highlanders are, hey, we're supposed to be the better team here. What's happening?
They've been, those last 2 plays were out of the Wildcat formation, and it looks like they're going to do it again. Receiver in motion. He takes the ball. He's across midfield and steps out of bounds just across the 50-yard line. Elijah Johnson.
I would have liked to see him cut in on that. I think he could have got another 4 or 5 yards, got close to first down yardage. He had a little bit of a seam there.
So brings up second down and 5 for the Patriots. Hoover leading 8-6.
Second down right from the 50.
And again, showing a different look. Couple of wing backs. First down across the 45.
I like this new look that Hoover's been showing here so far this second half.
Romero, the big back, who had some terrific gains on their scoring drive.
Leading the charge on the tackles is Ian Newhouse and company. He set it down for Hoover. First and 10 from the McLane 43.
Wingbacks now to the near side. Ball's on the ground. They'll take a 5-yard loss. Very costly bad snap.
And the Patriots had plus yardage every play coming out of the half until that.
Snap goes over the running back. Lamar able to recover it. However, it's a loss of yardage for the Patriots. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Ball is on the
Looking to see what kind of a formation they're going to set up in here. But it does appear they're going to continue with the Wildcat. Completely different look than what we saw at any time in the first half. Give goes to that receiver in motion, and he slips and goes down back at the 45, and another 5, well, about a 7-yard loss. So 2 very costly plays for the Patriots, who were really moving the football effectively.
Yeah, that last one, that didn't look good at all.
Highlander High Nation student section, make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Darian Garcia, who started the game at quarterback, now comes onto the field as they'll go back into a pistol formation. Quarterback about 5 yards back of the line of scrimmage. No
Empty
backs beside
backfield.
him, exactly. Bringing pressure. He escapes the pressure. Long throw, wide open receiver, and it's over his head.
And we had flags down anyway back there. We're going to have a hold on Hoover.
Garcia looking for
He was open, though.
He was, and appeared to just watch the football rather than sprint to the spot.
Yeah.
Holding number 52 on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
So the Highlanders decline the penalty, brings up a big 4th down opportunity here for them. Ball spotted at the Hoover 45-yard line.
Hoover held the ball there, Dan, for 4 minutes coming out of the locker room, and they picked up about 18 yards in that 4 minutes. They were doing real good for a while, and the last 3 plays were just disasters.
Newhouse deep to receive the punt. He's going to get an opportunity. He fields it at about the 18-yard line. He gets away from one tackler, picks up only about 2 yards before being brought down at the 20-yard line.
Good coverage by the Patriots.
They got upfield in a hurry. So the Highlanders with their first offensive possession of the second half, trailing 8-6.
Now after the Highlanders moved the ball real well, their first drive of the first half and their last drive of the first half, we'll see what they can do now.
Noah Zamora, the McLane quarterback, coming onto the field. Patriots very effectively adjusting their defense to take away what worked at various times for the Highlanders, and they go back to what they started the game with, pounding the ball on the ground.
The Highlanders seem to be having a real problem with the center and the quarterback. The ball's been off to the side. It's been over his head more time than it's been directly to him.
Sig Sulin, the ball carrier, picked up about a yard. Call it about 2nd and 9.
Is it just past the times? Have I lost it completely? I still like the quarterback down on the center.
Yeah, I think that shows that we're getting old, Fred. Zamora, quick out. Receiver has a block. Picks up about 6 yards. He's going to be 3, maybe 4 yards shy of the first down marker. Alexis Canseco on the receiving end of that pass.
That bit about getting old, no, I am old. It's just getting older. Can't sugarcoat that.
Glad you're with us here on CMAC for North Yosemite League football. The Hoover Patriots on top of the McLane Highlanders here in the third quarter, 8-6. Each team with a touchdown. McLane missed their conversion. Hoover made theirs.
Okay, Hoover's getting pretty close here to loading things up right behind the line.
We've seen play action this way, but not this time. As Suli took the handoff, but slipped and went down immediately. And that's a loss of about 3 yards. Correction, that was Newhouse, who was in the backfield.
Looked like he was trying to make a cut right when the ball got there, and he just, lost his balance. Looked like he probably came down on top of the ball, too. Maybe a little bit of wind got knocked out.
So it brings up a 4th and 8. Highlanders are going to punt this football away. TJ McMillan deep to field the punt. It's a low punt. It's going to roll to McMillan. He grabs it at the 45. He picks up about 5 to the midfield stripe. And he goes down, and that's where Hoover will start from. Well, we certainly want to express our gratitude to our sponsor tonight. This broadcast is brought to you in part by State Center Community College District. SCCCD covering Fresno, Reedley, Oakhurst, Madera, and Clovis. We thank State Center Community College District for your support.
Well, Dan McLane right now, they don't seem to show the fire that we'd seen out of them in other games this season. Even last week in that loss to Sunnyside, they showed a lot more fire than what we've seen tonight.
Playing soft in the secondary, expecting Hoover's going to run the football. They're going to go to the air. Darian Garcia brought down for a loss of 5.
The Patriots just don't seem to have much of a short passing game. They're looking to go deep, but very few short passes. Or maybe I'm being hypercritical tonight.
You?
I perished the thought.
Patriots put a couple of receivers top of your screen, keeping it on the ground. Pick up about 2 yards. It's still going to leave them 12 shy of a first down. Coming up on 3rd down.
That had potential, I thought, right off the bat to go somewhere. McLane did a good job stretching it out and bringing him down.
Agreed. Darian Garcia in at quarterback on this series. Patriots operated from the Wildcat on their opening series of the half. 3:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Still an 8-6 game. Hoover on top. Patriots trying for their 2nd win of the season here on the final night of the regular season of high school football. Rolling to his weak side. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got a first down. And picks up 5, maybe 7 additional before being wrestled out of bounds.
Garcia did a good job on that too. McLane was completely off balance on that.
Attention Highlander student section. This is the first announcement.
That was some good blocking there too by Hoover's line. Looked like they had McLane outnumbered about 2-1 on that.
So a big gain for the Patriots. We're at the 33-yard line of the Highlanders.
That's got to be their biggest 3rd down play of the night.
1st and 10 from the 33.
I believe they're back in the Wildcat. They are. And that double wing formation. That is Romero. May have picked up a yard.
Direct handoff to Devin Dumala. Making the tackle, Christopher Serna.
The difficulty, Fred, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems as though when they go into that double wing in the Wildcat, they're doing the same thing every time. They become very predictable.
Yeah, no argument here. McLane just hasn't adjusted too well.
Once again, out of the Wildcat, but it works for the Patriots this time. Another first down, and the ball's down to the 17-yard line. Terrific run by the Patriots.
Well, if they get stacked a little too heavy on one side on that Wildcat, it leaves you outnumbered, and that's what happened there.
Well, it's working, so they're going to stick with it, it looks like.
I would too.
Guangmala, the back in the Wildcat. He's going to keep it. Got a hole off left tackle, and he's going to pick up about 4.
I'm the same way on that, Dan. I'm going to keep with that until they stop it.
And they haven't been able to at all thus far on the night.
Dan, we're about to have some green powder thrown. This is not going to be fun.
This is my least favorite thing of the high school football season. And I don't understand why activities directors don't understand the concept of a press box.
Yeah.
McLane had it. Penalty flag flies. Play's going to gain about 3 yards, but it looks like it's coming back. Let's hear the call.
Some holding penalties are about a 90% correct guess, Dan. And that was one of them.
Highlander High Nation student section. Do it again, make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's going to be marched back. And that's a blow to the Patriots, who were moving the football very effectively. But it's going to be pushed all the way back to the 27-yard line.
Looks like that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. After 3, Hoover 8, McLane 6.
Well, Dan, that was a fast-moving third quarter.
Indeed it was. The third quarter is over. Very fast third quarter. This play now moves into the fourth quarter. Still 8-6, Hoover on top.
Outside of the stands. The outer sections of the stands. Thank you, Highlander Nation.
So the third quarter concludes here at McLane Stadium with Hoover on top 8-6. The two schools gathered around their coaches before they switch ends. And the Patriots have got to be feeling pretty good. The run game has worked very, very well for them here in the second half.
Highlander High Nation brings that energy. So let's pick up from where we left off.
So the teams have changed ends. Hoover with the football now. Pump fake. Throwing for the end zone. In the end zone. Deflected at the last second by the McLane defensive back.
Darian Garcia airing it out to Elijah Johnson. Pass falls incomplete. Highlander High Nation student section. You brought the powder, now you gotta bring the noise. Get loud, it's 3rd down.
So with the Patriots, it's 3rd and 19. They have to get the football down to the 5-yard line. Rolling, throw, wide open receiver, brings it down. He's fighting to get up near the first down marker, but he's going to be about 2 yards short. So the pass play connects.
Patriots
Will they send the punt unit out, or are they going to go for it? Looks like it's 4th and about 4 to go.
It is 4th down.
Ball's at the 11-yard line.
Highlander Nation, bring the noise.
4th and about 4, and there's green dust everywhere, Dan.
Well, I feel bad for our camera crews. Now we've got people up there trying to clean the cameras because of this ridiculous high school gimmick.
How did this get started?
I don't know. I wish it would end.
Yeah.
There's some activities director, or I don't know who they are, but they're not thinking.
It's happened on both sides of the stadium. Yeah, this is a concept I could do without.
You know, the happening on the north side's one thing. There's no press box over there. There's not expensive camera equipment trying to cover a game live. And we've got students pointing at us and laughing about it.
Yeah.
Patriots. They're going to go for it. Full house backfield. Looking to throw the football, but the play is stopped by a penalty.
Good opportunity now for the Patriots, and by 4th down. I mean, this is less than a 30-yard field goal right here. Pretty much in the middle of the field.
And that's why I cannot understand why programs don't value place kickers. And you know every campus has got a student who can effectively kick. Just look at their soccer teams.
And you have coaches that should be able to coach a good kicker.
So on 4th down, Patriots going for it.
3 wide left.
Heavy pressure from McLane, short pass. Can he cut back and get the yardage necessary? He looks like he's got the 1st down.
It's going to be close.
Let's see where it's spotted. This will be a big 1st down for the Patriots if they get it.
Multiple Highlanders leading the tackle. Coming geared by Christopher Sedna.
For the Patriots, would appear they have the 1st down. A lot of celebrating on the Hoover sideline.
Yeah, he was able just to push it through. I thought they might have to have a measurement on that one. That looked close.
So the Patriots now 1st and goal. Balls at about the 8-yard line. They're keeping it on the ground. Highlanders stop it at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, the Highlanders have got to make a stand now. That 3rd quarter went fast. They're not going to have too many possessions left. And the way that their offense have moved, this is almost desperation time.
Patriots having a little bit of difficulty getting this play call in. A lot of time running off the clock. Keeping it on the ground, right up the middle.
It's still moving forward.
They're still moving. They're down near the goal line. Patriot players celebrating as if it's a touchdown, but we have no signal from the officials. I believe the football will be spotted at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, these Patriot offensive line, they're just getting low and shoving the Highlanders back. And Hoover's not wasting any time now.
They're up to the ball quickly.
Just don't jump.
3rd and goal. Highlanders stop them cold at the line. Brings up 4th down. This is a huge play for the McLane defense.
That will bring up 4th down.
They even lost about a half on that one, Dan. Patriots got to do what they did on second down there, just get a little bit lower and push. Huge play from McLane.
Again, that full house backfield. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's got a gap. He's in the end zone. Darian Garcia with a touchdown for Hoover.
Now, do the Patriots have a kicker? They could almost make this margin a little too great to overcome if they can put one on.
So Darian Garcia over from 2 yards out. That extends the Patriots' lead to 14-6. They're going for 2, trying to add to it.
They definitely need to make this one. Not as much as McLane needs to stop him.
Flush from the pocket, down near the end goal line.
And he's in.
He's in for the 2-pointer. He gets in for the 2-pointer.
Flags are on the ground, though. Holding on Hoover.
Going to be holding against the Hoover Patriots offense that will negate that 2-point try.
Well, that's going to push the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Back to about the 19. That's where the Patriots will once again try for a 2-point attempt. Highlander Nation makes some noise on their feet for the 2-point attempt.
Hoover not deterred. They're still going to go for 2. Garcia looking to throw the football. Under pressure.
He's got a seam, not enough for one.
And he is wrestled down. And the 2-point fails.
So McLane is, they still have an opportunity. 1-possession game.
8 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock from McLane Stadium. Hoover attempting to pull off the upset. A 1-8 team trying to go out with a victory here, leading 14-6 over the McLane Highlanders.
Well, the Highlanders have plenty of time right now. They have an opportunity. We'll see if they can make something.
Score update from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. Top of the 10th innings, it's the Phillies leading the
Certainly one of the games we've kept an eye on tonight, the battle in Madera, Torres High and Madera South. That would be for second place in the North Yosemite League to the victor there.
And Clovis North, that team, they started out slow, but they have really taken the personality of their coaching staff, smash mouth football, and they just don't get down. You know, they seem to have built on adversity earlier in the season, and that's a team. Anybody in the playoffs, you don't want to be playing them right off the bat. We'll see if we can get some updates.
Patriots rolling it along, and Highlanders have to dive on the football at about the 30-yard line. Looked like it did touch an up man, so it would have been a live ball.
Clovis North did go out to Central and beat the Grizzlies 35-28.
Big upset there. Terrific win for Clovis North.
And the 6-4 record, they'll go into the playoffs with some momentum. Winning these last few games, they're definitely a team to be reckoned with.
So the Highlanders in a catch-up mode here. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. High snap. Zamora scrambling. He's going to take a good 10-yard loss.
Zamora, when he had the opportunity, should have gotten rid of that.
High snap for Noah Zamora. Quarterback snap by Burnett Bryant.
Clovis West all over Clovis in the fourth quarter, 27-0. Edison putting it to Bullard now, 24-6 in the third quarter. Tough season for Don Arax and the Knights, and Edison seems to be catching fire now. This will put them at 6-4, and they can hold that off. They could be a threat in the D2 playoffs. Tigers have really been playing some ball the last few weeks.
Highlander High Nation, your offense needs you. Make some noise for your offense.
And Roosevelt all over Fresno High in the pig game over at Ratcliffe. That's 33-6 late in the game.
That'll be a good way to go out for Dwayne Wright and his Rough Riders.
Well, with 3 wins, that will qualify them to go into the playoffs. And the Rough Riders, this will give them 3 wins in a row now, and they could do some damage.
Well, they opened up.
Not a bad team.
The impressive thing about it, and we've talked about it throughout the season, is they have played hard throughout. They battled through a lot of adversity, but you could tell that the coaching staff was getting through to the players because they didn't quit. They played hard even though they continued to lose there early in the year, but finishing out with 3 wins is a great way to wrap up the season and take some momentum into the off-season programs and in the next season for the Rough Riders.
They were in every game they played. Usually teams with losing records, that's not the case.
Zamora, Newhouse to the 34-yard line.
And Dan, the Highlanders are in a position now, 4th and 5, with coming on 6 minutes left. They may want to keep a hold of the football here and see what they can do.
Nose of the football to the 35. They have to push it across the 40. Time running out for the Highlanders, who trail 14-6 to Hoover High.
Highlander Nation, make some noise. Your offense is still out there going for it.
Memorial's put some distance between themselves and the Apaches, 35-14 in the 4th quarter, and this play is going nowhere, Dan.
Newhouse breaks a tackle. He's up near the first down. Does he have a first down?
He may have gotten it.
Boy, Hoover was all over that, and it looked like that was going to be stopped for a big loss.
Wow.
He's got the first down. What a job by Nazir Newhouse.
That is a temporary game saver. That looked like he was dead to the rights, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So a first down and 10 for the Highlanders. 5:17 left on the clock.
Hoover was offside. This will be a free play. No, they blew it dead.
Pass intended for Jordan Stewart, incomplete. Penalty marker on the field, offside.
So the Highlanders are going to be given 5 free yards.
That will move the ball forward for your Highlanders.
And that'll bring up 1st and 5 now.
Please. Attention Highlander students. Now is the time to start making calls to your parents or guardians or rides home for tonight to pick you up at the conclusion of the game. Once again, Highlander students, now is the time to start making phone calls or text messages for your ride at the end of this game.
So Noah Zamora bringing the offense up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 5. Patriots bringing a blitz. Zamora throwing deep. He's got his man. It's deflected out of the arms of Jordan Stewart.
Yeah, he had 2 steps on his man, Dan. Ball was there.
Big play. But the defensive back for the Patriots managed to knock the ball from the arms of Jordan Stewart. Second down and 5.
Okay, look for Hoover to crowd up on the line again, and they've been bringing heat. It's been pretty successful for the most part for them. Right, here they come up.
Linebackers are coming again. They throw the short pass over the top. They've got the first down. Quick toss. There's the hook and ladder indeed. Out of bounds with no time left. And we are headed to overtime.
Trying the end around, which takes us to the end of regulation.
So to overtime we go with our score tied at 14.
Regulation couldn't sort this one out. We're going to overtime football. Hoover and McLane tied up 14.
Let's see if we get an explanation from the official about overtime. So this one's going to overtime, a 14-14 tie. And Fred, we have not seen overtime in quite a long time.
You don't see a heck of a lot of this in high school football. Every now and then, and the rules have changed. And I think we're going from the 25-yard line initially in high school football. Overtime went from the 10-yard line, and now it's been pushed to the 25. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out in just a few minutes.
If we can, let's take a look, because we had some difficulties and we're away when McLane scored their touchdown. So here's the two-point conversion. A terrific toss that went to Desir Newhouse. And Newhouse was also, here's the touchdown pass, as Newhouse wide open. And as you said at the time, he had to be waiting forever, feeling very anxious, hoping the ball was going to get to him. So the officials over in front of the McLane bench talking to their head coach.
The Hoover players are all locked arm here on the sidelines. This is going to be the closest they're going to come to a victory. And since that game with Sanger West, it snapped a 19-game losing streak for the Patriots.
Well, if my memory is correct, the following week, or maybe it was 2 weeks after, they lost a 14-12 game, did they not?
To Fresno High.
That's it, yes. So the captains are coming back out. I don't know if we have the ability to listen in on this conversation where it's explained by the official.
Decide what they want to do. We're going to start on the 25-yard line, okay? All right? The visiting team is going to call it in the air. You ready? He called tails. It is tails. What you want? So you want to get the ball to them? Okay. So you guys want to receive the ball. So what side you want to defend? The scoreboard, okay. So we're going to defend the scoreboard. Okay, y'all, come on. Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. Oh, let's go.
So it looks like the Patriots have the
well, there you heard it.
It's going to be your Highlanders receiving to start off overtime.
So we are in overtime now. And the Highlanders will have possession first.
You know, the positive about these overtimes is when you're watching a college game, which I will probably be doing a lot of tomorrow, is between the end of regulation and the first play of overtime, you have time to run to the store and come back. It just, it takes so long just to get that going.
So overtime begins at the 25-yard line. Each team's possession will begin at the 25-yard line. And Fred, does there become a possession after which the team has to go for two after a touchdown?
In college, yes.
Yes.
Here, I have no idea, but maybe they have to have in high school, maybe you have to try and go for one after the second overtime.
So the Highlanders will begin possession here in overtime. They're going to keep it on the ground, and that play is stopped for a loss of about 5 yards.
Perfect opportunity for the Patriots there. That was good. I don't know what the stats are, but when a team gets a big loss on the first play of overtime, it seems like they don't win the game very often. I don't know what the stats are. I'm sure someone out there does, but I don't. And don't take me seriously on you have to try a one-point kick after the second overtime. I realize I don't have a brilliant audience that's listening in, but I thought I'd better clarify that.
So second down and 15. Ball at the 30-yard line. Hoover showing blitz, and everybody jumped. Clearly, the McLane receiver, I believe that was T.J. McMillan, started running his route before the ball was
Offense
snapped.
number 5. 5-yard penalty.
So there's the 5 yards marched off against the Highlanders.
So the Highlanders are digging themselves into a deep hole here.
Final score update from Minute Maid Park.
Brings it a second and 20 now.
The Philadelphia Phillies take game 1 of the World Series. Final score 6-5.
So second down and 20 for the Highlanders. Bit of confusion on the formation. Little toss for a toss sweep. No, he's going to throw out of the backfield. He's got a man in the end zone. Comes back. Hoover intercepts it.
Just underthrew it a bit.
And the Hoover defender managed to make the adjustment, come back, and come up with a diving interception.
See if the Patriots can close the show, Dan.
So the Patriots get their possession now from the 25-yard line. McLane unable to score.
Offensive series of overtime from the 35.
Patriots have every offensive opportunity, and if I were calling the plays, I would go back to that Wildcat and see what they can do.
And let's see what they do. Garcia, he's got a man in motion. He's going to throw the football. Little screen, picks up about 5, down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Patriots sideline is just dripping with anticipation now.
Eric Romero
brings up second down.
holding that pass. Man in motion, they fake, they give it to Romero. And he's got a first down as he crosses the 15-yard line. Right now, the Patriots seeming unstoppable.
Hand off to Gutmala. New set of downs for the Hoover Patriots. Highlander Nation, bring the noise for the defense, bring the noise.
Football rests at the 14-yard line. Receiver in motion. They keep it on the ground. We've got a penalty flag, and it looks like a hold is going to bring this back. What was a gain of 5 is going to turn into a loss of 5.
Holding offense, number 52. That's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Correction, a gain of 5 is negated, and it becomes a loss of 10.
Gotta move them back.
Boy, the Patriots sideline here, you know, they can just like almost taste it, Dan. They're just, you know, jumping up and down, and then a mistake like that can be such a momentum killer. Well, they've got to get past it here. They've been moving the ball, and McLane has been playing on their heels pretty much his whole overtime for sure.
Out come the big backs, in go more receivers. They send 4 receivers to the top of your screen. Garcia, he's got plenty of time. And he slips and goes down back at the 36-yard line.
Garcia falls down.
Loss of 11 yards.
On what looked so promising 2 plays ago. He wasn't hit, he just lost his balance here. Yep.
The big game final score, Roosevelt 33, Fresno 12.
So it's a second down play from the 36-yard line for the Patriots.
Torres leading Madera.
We really don't know anything about their place kicking.
What's that?
We don't know anything about their place kicking to know where they need to get the ball to for a field goal.
No, we haven't seen a place kick from either team all night.
Driven out at the 24-yard line.
Nice gain on that.
Castaneda able to bring it out of bounds.
They need another big gain on this.
It's a third down play.
Highlander Nation, I don't gotta stress the importance of this one. Make some noise and get loud.
A first down would be at about the 5-yard line. Receiver in motion. Garcia has a man wide open over the middle, and it was deflected by the linebacker.
Broken up by Zamora.
And that brings up a fourth down play. So where McLane probably felt despair, they now realize opportunity is about to be renewed.
And Dan, in the way the teams, Hoover was moving the ball nicely, but that holding penalty kind of blew that one up. But we may be here for a while, the way the teams are seeming to self-destruct here from the 25-yard line. Maybe they should have kept it at the 10.
Yeah, exactly. So the two teams huddled around their coaches. You see the McLane Highlanders around their coach, the Patriots, getting instructions. Fourth down play. And the ball is at the 24-yard line.
So here we go, picking up from early left line.
So here we go, big fourth down play for the Patriots. 4 receivers, top of the screen. They're going to lob it into the end zone. He's got a receiver in and out of the arms. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Johnson, incomplete.
Was that play whistled dead before?
It looked like Hoover moved before the play started, but I didn't hear a whistle.
Here goes, let's see.
False start. Number 5 on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat. Fourth down.
Elijah Johnson moving prior to the snap.
5-yard penalty. Try this one more time.
Football now at the 29-yard line.
With their camera there, I've got to stand up to see the corner of the end zone there.
14-14 our score. We're in overtime. We've got a penalty flag on the field. Intercepted by McLane in the end zone. But we had another penalty called.
McLane Highlander interception. TJ McMillan III. Flag on the play.
Now the ball was intercepted in the end zone. I don't think the young man knew it was fourth down. He could bring it out even if he gets tackled on the 5. They get the ball at the 25-yard line again. And he had a lot of room up here.
False start. What number? What number you had? You can't decline a false start. False start. That's a 5-yard
nice
penalty.
Nice out on the live, Mike.
Repeat fourth down.
Oh, fourth down. Our situation here is the ball is moved back to the 34-yard line. 14-14 our score. We're in overtime. McLane unable to score on their possession. Hoover now faced with a fourth and about 31.
That means they're going to get another crack at it. Once again, make some noise, Highlander Nation. It's fourth down.
Pair of receivers on either side. They go with a quick out, double pass into the end zone, deflected away by Johnson. And the Highlanders will now get their second opportunity.
You know, it looked like Hoover moved again there, but they didn't throw the flag.
I thought so too. So the Patriots unable to put points on the board. And now McLane will start our second overtime.
Some of these linemen and skill players that are going both ways, they got to be getting a little tired now. The way that third quarter went, that was such a fast quarter. It might be midnight before we're out of here now.
So McLane with the football now as we begin our second overtime period.
More Highlander offense. One more time. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 25.
Give going to Newhouse. Trying to get around the far side. Looks as though he's picked up 3 before running into a wall.
Newhouse looking for room.
Yeah, they'll probably say 2 yards on the gain.
Plenty of Patriot tacklers on the stop. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Penalties have been excruciating for both teams in the first overtime session.
Well, McLean's in better shape now than they were in the first overtime. By this time, they had lost about 12 yards.
Well, both teams moved the ball well in the first overtime session, only to have penalties drive them backwards. Zamora rolling, looking. He's got no opportunity to throw the football, has to run it. Gets up to about the 20-yard line.
Zamora with the quarterback keeper. Being forced out of bounds by Bryant. 5 yards to go, 3rd down.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now.
Make some noise for your offense. They need you right now. Make some noise for your offense.
Got some tired young men out there, Dan.
No question. Big play for the Highlanders. They need to get the football across the 15-yard line for a 1st down. Zamora has a receiver. Oh, that's got to be a pass interference penalty.
Oh, yeah.
And McLean's going to come out of that with a 1st down.
Penalty marker on the field.
That may have been one of those ones we were talking about earlier that wasn't a real bad pass interference because he had his man beat.
But that could be a game-changing penalty right there.
Pass interference, defense number 6. That's a 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Pass interference levied against the Patriot defense.
So the ball was at the 20, 15-yard penalty. We'll bring it down to the 5-yard line.
That would be my math.
But they only marched off 10 yards.
Half the distance, I guess.
Gotcha. So the ball is at the 12-yard line. And the Highlanders have a 1st down on the play, on the penalty. They hustle up to the line of scrimmage. And Noah Zamora is going to clap out signals. Zamora with a keeper right up the middle. And he gets across the 10-yard line before being brought down.
Zamora with the quarterback keeper. Bryant bringing him down. Makes it 2nd down.
What was that, a Rawhide game you were?
The Cowhide game down in Visalia?
Yeah, that was Redwood beat Mount Whitney 28-0. Not a big surprise.
Always a fun night.
Cowhide.
The Cowhide game. Zamora rolling, throwing, touchdown!
Penalty flags down. It's coming back.
Newhouse went up and got it. Patriot coaches.
McLane still thinks that they've got a goal.
Right here, hey, right here.
It's coming back.
Newhouse ran to his head coach to celebrate while the Hoover coaching staff.
Holding, offense, number 77. Repeat second down.
Well, the excitement will dissipate very, very quickly as the ball is marched back. And what appeared to be a go-ahead touchdown being celebrated on one side of the stadium is a crushing penalty that is celebrated on the opposite side of this stadium.
Just back and forth. Some of these penalties last night are really prolonging the evening.
So the ball is pushed back to the 20-yard line. Second down for the Highlanders.
Was it, what do you say, Dan? It was a milk can game. It's Hanford and Lemoore, right?
The milk can game.
Lemoore won that game 42-15. Beat a good Hanford team by a substantial margin tonight.
Wow. Great rivalries up and down the valley.
Edison took it to Bullard, 31-14.
Zamora wants to throw. Short pass. Newhouse stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Pass is complete to Stewart. That brings up third down.
And Dan, this is a game this is a surprising score. Corcoran has got a good team. They were defeated at home by Farmersville tonight, 16-12. Farmersville Aztecs coming on strong at the end of the season. Corcoran's no slouch.
Big third down play. Zamora, quick toss, but whistles are going to stop this immediately. Another penalty.
5. False start. Offense number 5. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Just as we saw with Hoover's possession, McLane hurting themselves with a succession of their own penalties.
And a lot of these things at this point, Dan, they're fatigue penalties too.
Good point, Fred. Dan Taylor, the coach, Fred Clark with you from McLane Stadium. We're in our second overtime session, 14-14 the score.
The ex-coach, and that was a long time ago.
Oh, you didn't have to tell him that. Zamora can't find a receiver. Did dump it off, but it didn't gain enough for a first. McMillan, the receiver on that play. But the Patriots closed very, very quickly and didn't let anything happen.
He's out at Mendota. Mendota and Firebaugh in overtime at 21.
So a big fourth down play for McLane. Football at the 17-yard line.
One more try, Highlander, High Nation. One more try. Make that noise for the offense.
Zamora going to the end zone. Incomplete. There was a lot of grabbing back there, but nothing called. And that was fourth down, so the Patriots now get their try in our second overtime session.
Turnover on downs, Hoover Patriots football.
Another somewhat of a surprise. Garza High School won their first game in CMAC action. They beat Madera up at Madera 20-6. Not a good look for the Coyotes. And Coalinga's got a 33-22 lead on Dos Palos in Coalinga, which would give them the West Sierra League title.
So the Patriots trot out onto the field. here in our second overtime session. Neither team able to put any more points on the board thus far in overtime. They're going from the Wildcat, I believe. No. Double reverse, and he's got
a wall.
He's got blockers, and he's got plenty of running room. They continue trying to push down to about the 10-yard line. Lamas took it on the double reverse. Looks as though he got at about maybe inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he's inside the 10 with a right on that. It's about the 9-yard line with the soccer painting there.
A score on this possession and Hoover wins the game. If Hoover fails to score on this possession, we go to a third overtime. Give goes to the back. Spins around and comes down.
It's down about the 5.
Darian Garcia looks to his bench for the play call from the coaches. Alongside him in the backfield, Devin Dungmala. But McLane wants to take a timeout.
Timeout called by your Highlanders.
Hoover have been unpredictable. We have seen double reverses. We have seen receiver passes. Just a little bit of everything here in overtime by the Patriots. Any idea what you would do in a situation like this?
Right now, I would just keep, I'd pound it with the big man 3 more times. You got 5 yards to go, and I mean, I would just go straight using that big man.
What a night, the final night of the high school football season. Playoffs coming up in a week's time. It has been a treat for all of us involved here at CMAC to bring you North Yosemite League football. Students from Hoover have been staffing the cameras tonight, doing a terrific job. Congrats to all the students who have worked on our telecast thus far this season. Guys in the booth and the guys on the truck. Correction, McLane students tonight work on the cameras. They've done terrific work. Crew in the truck, you guys have got to be worn out. You have done a wonderful job tonight. Great pictures, great action. Thanks for all your hard work. A second down play from the 5-yard line for the Patriots. Darian Garcia with the play. Receiver in motion. Garcia wants to throw the football. Pressure from the Highlanders. He is wrestled down and flung back to the 18-yard line.
Jesse Martinez with the quarterback sack.
And Fred Clark is shaking his head next to me here in the booth.
Okay, the reason I'm shaking my head and I was advocating just pounding the football in, you roll out like that. What happened the last time they did that holding penalty? Slip and just go right at him. You had 3 plays to get 5 yards. They can still score. Now they're at the 15. They got 2 chances, but the opportunity I thought was right there to end this game. Slam the door on it.
Darian Garcia. Dancing around. There we go. Another holding call. He hits his receiver. A couple of defenders right on him. They've got him wrapped up and ridden down.
Johnson looking for a lane. Unable to find one.
That's exactly the point you were making, Fred.
Now, if I'm McLane, even though it would be fourth down, it was fourth down about the 9-yard line. I'm
10-yard penalty, repeat third down.
Yeah.
Penalty on the play. Bowling on the Patriots offense. Now we'll move them back.
I figure you have a better chance holding them off 2 plays from the 30 than 1 play from the 8 or 9.
Okay, so the ball is placed at the 30. Let's do this one more time. Highlander, High Nation makes the
So from the 30-yard line, on third down, Garcia under pressure, wrapped up, gets the ball off. Down go the Patriots, and it's 4th down.
Jumala with the reception. Stayed ahead of the tackler. That'll bring up 4th down.
So 4th and 21 now for the Patriots.
The Patriots are going to try a field goal.
Darian Garcia.
Ball is on the 21.
But Fred, my guess is you have to be prepared for a possible fake.
No, I. Okay, who's the holder? Okay.
The Patriots are going to try a field goal. Highlander High Nation, bring that noise for the defense.
This can be a 37-yard field goal. I will say right now I don't like the chances of this.
Garcia to attempt the field goal.
Wouldn't mind being wrong. I'd like to see a field goal.
Darian Garcia. Out of the hold of Pete Garcia. Kick is blocked.
And the field goal is blocked.
And we now go to a 3rd overtime.
No, in college overtime, you would have, they rotate who goes. We haven't seen any team go back-to-back on offense. In college, you do see that.
So McLean High takes over.
Now Edison spanked Bullard 37-14.
These players have really got to be gassed out there on the field.
No doubt.
Okay, coaches probably too. So to overtime number 3 we go, and McLean with the football at the 35-yard line. We're tied 14-14. Through 2 overtimes, neither team has been able to score.
Okay, yeah, now Hoover's get the ball first this time.
So this is just what you were alluding to, Fred.
Yes.
Now in the 3rd overtime, they will switch possessions, Hoover going first.
Well, in college, they do that after the 1st overtime. And I don't know if maybe they're supposed to do it here and the officials got caught up. Maybe they didn't know. Who knows?
So the officials talking things over. McLean players out on the field. Hoover players huddled around their coach at the near sideline. Now the Patriots come out on the field for the 3rd overtime. The 2 teams switching possessions as Hoover will now have the initial possession of the overtime.
All right, here we go. Doubles, DJ, doubles.
Darian Garcia calling the signals at quarterback for the Patriots. They have run some Wildcat tonight and run it very effectively. We have not seen that much in the second half. Give going to the big back. Mala, who is brought down. Picked up a couple of yards.
We have confirmed the final score out of the North Yosemite League. Final, it's Torres 29, Madera South 20.
Yeah, Torres has defeated Madera South 29-20, so Torres is the champion of Madera this season.
And the second place finisher in the North Yosemite League. The toss, is it complete? They're going to call it a completion. Highlanders not happy about that call.
Can't blame him. Looked like he had one foot on the sideline on the chalk here, but It matters not.
New set of downs for the Hoover Patriots. First and 10, ball on the 13.
So that gives the Patriots a first down. Ball's at the 13-yard line.
That's what I do again.
On
and Dan, I'm sounding like a definite repeat monster here. I just keep going with that play. Just keep going with it.
Picked up about 4, puts it down to the 9-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Second and 9. And once again, they go to the big back, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
But the game's not over yet. I don't think they realize that.
Oh, the way they're celebrating down on the Hoover bench, you would think they think the game's over. There are students down on the sideline. Some administrators trying to escort them back into the stands. And the Patriots are lining up to go for 2. 20-14, Hoover now with the lead.
Looks like the Patriots will stay out there to attempt 2. Bring the noise, Highlander Nation.
Garcia wants to throw the football. He is under heavy pressure. He's got running room though, but we've got a penalty flag. He is in for the 2 points.
Well, they said he's no good.
Oh, he is no good.
I thought he had broke the plane too.
I thought so. Yeah.
It's going to be it was a hold anyway here for Hoover.
What was the number? Holding number 74. Penalties declined. McLane's ball.
So the penalty declined, and now McLane will get their possession in the third overtime. They know what they have to do. They have to score to tie it and either continue the overtime or score and get an extra point to win this game.
A lot of scenarios that could happen. Now, McLane, earlier in the season, their kicking game wasn't too bad, so we'll see what happens.
Pressure now on the Highlanders. They have to score. At the very least, to go to a fourth overtime. They're going to keep this ball on the ground and get nothing on the first play.
The Patriots have just been on the cusp of victory for so much of the night tonight. Well, they did get 1 yard on that. This is something we haven't seen all season, Dan. A band in the stands the entire game, even into this overtime.
This is great. This is great. McLane always with a terrific band program. From the pistol, looking to throw. Has an open receiver, but doesn't see him. Now he's going to go into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Penalty flag. We're tied. Now an extra point wins it.
There's flags down, but I think Hoover's getting flagged for interference.
Pass interference, defense. Number 11 results in a touchdown.
So in comes the play from the sideline. McLane getting over 2 points to try and win this. If it fails, we go to the fourth overtime, and Hoover wants timeout to talk things over. So the Patriots take timeout.
First time out in the new overtime period.
As the two teams head over to their respective coaches, talk over strategy A successful extra point, and McLane wins this and finishes the season at 500.
Well, McLane lost their kicker during the week, so I don't know the specifics, but that came from the coaching staff here to our extreme left.
If the Highlanders make this conversion, they win the game. If the conversion fails, we go to a fourth overtime.
I haven't heard about a fourth overtime in local high school football since it's been implemented, Dan.
And you're a part of it, Fred.
Yep. And as far as I know, there is no overtime cap. We could be here till midnight.
To the line of scrimmage come the Highlanders. A pair of receivers at the top left of your screen, one to the right. And now McLane wants to take a timeout.
Timeout called on the field. Timeout McLane.
So clearly they didn't like what they saw, and they want to make some adjustments. And a lull comes over this stadium where it has been so noisy for the last several hours. A dramatic moment.
I think a lot of the fans are as worn out as some of the players are.
Well, I haven't really noticed a lowering of the decibel levels. Of course, we've got the Hoover students directly in front of us.
Yeah, they've been whooping it up all night down here. Covered with that green powder that's also got a thick covering of the aluminum seats here at McLane.
Let's try this again. Your Highlander offense is coming out onto the field.
So out onto the field now comes the McLane Highlander offense to go for two.
Zamora's mobile. I'd have him roll out, see what he can find.
And he's up under center, and that's what we have seen out of him when he is up under center. Rolls to his left. He's got two receivers wide open. That's your ball game. Pass complete. 2-point conversion. McLane. Highlanders win it 22-20.
And Hoover is utterly disgusted here.
What a thrilling end. 3 overtimes. And the McLane Highlanders finish the season at 500 with a 22-20 victory. A valiant effort by the Hoover Patriots. The 3 overtimes, falling and finishing the season at 1-9.
And once again, like last season, Dan, we closed out the broadcasting year with Hoover suffering just a absolute crushing defeat to the Highlanders, and it happened again tonight.
Thank you for the game you gave us tonight.
What a dramatic game on senior night and on the final night of the regular season. In 3 overtimes, the McLane Highlanders with a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion, coming away victorious 22-20 over the Hoover Patriots. So Sunnyside High finishes the champions of the North Yosemite League. Torres High School finishes 2nd, Madera South 3rd, and McLane finishes 4th.
And Roosevelt, Fresno, Hoover, and Sanger West.
So you see the players all celebrating at midfield. The sportsmanship line shaking hands.
Brings the regular season to a close. We will see you next time.
And Dan,
right
a game like this,
on the gridiron.
McLane, they just weren't in sync most of the night, and even twice in overtime, it looked like they were on their heels. Hoover scored. Their sideline just went berserk, and I think they figured the game was over.
Let's take another look here, and this is the 2-point conversion. He had 2 wide receivers open. Zamora sees. That was Negretti, correction. That was Castaneda. Wide open there in the back of the end zone. hauls it in for the victorious two-point conversion. 22-20, McLane over Hoover to wrap up the high school football season in dramatic fashion.
And that was the perfect play call. And when you asked me before, I definitely would have went with that rollout. And because Zamora's mobile, and he saw, okay, they've got it covered. They came up and left two guys wide open, and he was able to connect with a pass.
Well, a dramatic way to close out the season. We've had a lot of fun bringing it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to the crew in the truck. Great job, everybody. And to the students on cameras and other roles tonight. Terrific work. Thank you for everything you guys have done. It's been a fun season, and we'll look to do it again next year here on CMAC. For Fred Clark and our crew, I'm Dan Taylor. Thanks for being with us. Our final score one last time. The McLean High Highlanders 22, Hoover 20 in 3 overtimes. Good night, everybody.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hendricks Chevrolet, celebrating 75 years in the Valley, and State Center Community College District, covering Fresno, Reedley, Oakhurst, Madera, and Clovis. Thank you for your support.